All right, so boom, turn me up, don't turn me down. We back at it with another video today. We got it's Super Bowl week, y'all. Who's ready for the Super Bowl with the Big Bros and the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots? I need y'all to win. But before we get into the Super Bowl on Sunday, we're going to check out what happened in opening night. But before we get started, man, if y'all haven't already, make sure you go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CutOffNate and DM me, follow me back so I can follow y'all back. We almost at 1K followers. Let's try to get the 1K followers on Twitter by the end of this week, man. But without further ado, let's get it. All right, so the title on this one right here is Seattle Defenders Talks Comparison to Legion of Boom. So let's check it out.
Having a really good defense helps a lot. It makes those decisions, on tough downs when you're third and longer or, third and medium and you're kind of in the red zone, maybe on the fringe.
It's a crazy stat right here. The Seahawks haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher this season, including the playoffs. And honestly, I don't think they're going to allow the Patriots to get it. So,
and you got a big third down.
I think that's going to continue.
I might scramble out. It makes making those decisions a lot easier. Like, I never feel like I have to force the football ever, and I feel like that's such a great feeling as a quarterback. There's a lot of security there as a quarterback to be able to play with a great defense and great special teams the way that we have all year.
Okay, it feels great. I mean, once I got here, everything that you know about Seattle is defense, and when you put on those pads and you wear that Seahawks jersey and you're on the defense, you want to mimic and be as close to the the Legion of Boom as possible. And in our own right, we're doing our own thing, but having that, stature to live up to it, guys in that locker room, we've lived up to it, and, we're just excited about the next opportunity.
How do y'all feel about this team compared to the Legion of Boom, Seahawks fans? Like, do y'all feel like it's a comparison? Honestly, I still feel like the Legion of Boom defense is way better than the defense y'all have now. Like, that defense was crazy. But comment down below. I want to hear y'all takes.
Listen, there's one
Julian
Legion
Love.
of Boom. We know that. I think a lot of those guys are still around, and we get a lot of inspiration from. But we're not them. The comparisons obviously is a great
Even the
defense in
Seahawks
Seattle.
players saying
Your
it.
mind goes to Legion of Boom. We know who we are. We're different. We carry ourselves way different than those guys, than those legends.
I honestly feel like it's bad to compare. I hate when people compare stuff. Like, I feel like this Seahawks defense just have their own identity. Like, you don't have to compare it to like previous defenses and stuff.
I think we're just trying to create identity for ourselves.
We just kept hearing comparisons to the Legion of Boom, and we kind of thought that it was time for us to have our own name, pretty much. And we had a few names come thrown at the wall, and I think the dark side stuck because one of Coach Mike's messaging is a play style and a place that nobody wants to play. And in Seattle, it gets dark during the winter times, and we shut some teams out this year with no points on the board. So we have a very suffocating defense, I would say, and I think that's why we came up with the dark side.
I bet. So that was the first clip right here for opening night. Next one we got is Mike Macdonald on how his coaching has evolved. Let's check it out.
Well, I haven't thought about it much. It's funny when you're a kid, you think about how important that is, and I have a ton of respect for the New England community and all the Patriot fans out there. Shoot, I was one of them. But when you now are in this role, you're really just thinking through the lens of I'm responsible for our team and our community and the 12s, and what can we do every day, decision by decision, to put us in position to go be the team we want to be and ultimately win a championship. So that's really where our focus is now. But again, a lot of respect for that area of the country, and I still have a lot of family that live up there. So yeah.
Okay. How y'all feel about Mike Macdonald? Y'all feel like he should be coach of the year? Yes or no?
Obviously played well in 2024. Was there a tinge of surprise that he was even available for you guys that last offseason?
It's funny when you ask, are you surprised or are you expected about things? It's kind of it's really not how we operate, where you're really thinking about what are the decisions we have to make right now that are going to help our team the most. And so as those things transpired in the offseason, I think, to many people, it seemed like it happened fast and, it happened over the course of a couple of days. But for us, it was really just a series of decisions we had to make. John deserves a ton of credit for navigating us and guiding us through those times. And we're really, I'll put it this way, we're really excited that he was available. And I felt like it was a great kind of match from when that process started, and I'm really happy that it worked out.
Okay.
Taking over to the defense side of the ball, has there been a moment or a specific stop in your career where calling defense is slowed down and you felt like you're able to dictate the flow of the game and not just react to what the offense is doing?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's funny, I think an important part is like having a vision about how you want to call games, and it has to be unique to like your process. So when you have, I did it in 9th grade for Cedar Shoals, and we were pretty good, but going to Michigan, you really had to spend time saying, hey, how do we want to do this, and what's going to work for us? And so that was a process that started, and then things change and you go back to Baltimore. I think the second year in Baltimore, we had a pretty good idea of like how we wanted to operate, and that's probably when it came into focus the most.
Coach McDaniel, you guys had some important battles against Matthew Stafford and the Rams. He seemed to have a key to your defense. Is there anything specific about having to stop him and the Sean McVay offense that was such a struggle? But obviously, you guys surmounted it.
Well, look,
bro, talking about the Rams game where they got to focus on the Patriots in the week. I don't know about that question. How y'all feel about that question right there? You talking about the pass game?
It's kind of the combination of everything, right? Matthew's a phenomenal quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback. Dang good chance he's going to be the MVP. So his resume speaks for himself, or for itself, excuse me. And Sean's, again, the stats back up his style, and you feel it throughout the games as well. And they operate at a really high level. They're a really good offense. They're a really good football team. Got a lot of respect for them. But it's a back and forth, within the game, from series to series, from game to game. And that's a part of what makes it so much fun.
I would have preferred that last question to, be about the Patriots. We over here talking about the Lobos and the Rams still. All right. Next clip we got Kupp. We got Cooper Kupp on possibility of a 18-game season. Oh, yeah, I heard them talking about this. Damn, why is it not playing? All right, here we go. How do y'all feel about 18-game season? Like, obviously, they'll have to cut, like, one game short in the preseason, right? I think it will be, like, 2 preseason games instead of 3. Me personally, I don't know how I feel about it. I love football, and I would love, like, more games, but for my 49ers' sake, the way we be getting injured, I don't know if more games is what we need, but
in which way?
As a football fan, yeah.
Okay, well, as generic as I can be here, like, there's going to be pitfalls. There's going to be things that you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You're going to mess up. If you believe in something, if you really want to go do something, then you got to be all in for it. Yep.
What do you think about the reports that the Seahawks might be up for sale?
I like that. That's a good response.
I honestly haven't really thought of it.
I heard about that too. The Seahawks up for sale after the season. Okay. I heard about that.
I know that was in the plans at some point, but haven't spent a whole lot of time thinking about it.
What do you think about the 18th game? Robert Kraft says it's inevitable. An 18th game is coming. What do the players think about that?
There hasn't been a whole lot of talk. I think that's one of those things that the PA is going to handle that. I know the players are going to have a very strong opinion about it. But it's going to be, we'll deal with that when the time comes. We'll cross that bridge.
A lot of injuries over your career.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like for the players, they don't want to have like another week. Like, they rather, you know what I'm saying, be in the off season and like rehab and all that. I don't think the players would want an 18-game season, to be honest.
What do you think about players who maybe are concerned about that?
Well, it's a valid concern. But I think for the 18th game to happen, I think there's obviously going to be some negotiating that has to happen. There's some things that it's a give and take. Unfortunately, it's one of those things like if the 18th game is on the table, there's going to have to be some talks about what makes that worth it to the players. And when we get to that point, we'll cross that bridge.
Cooper, if you could pick one halftime performance that would be your ideal, who would it be?
I get to choose anyone I want to.
Anyone.
Halftime?
I'm actually so that's a good question. I'll have to think about it for a second. I have a few people I really love listening to. I'm a big Noah Khan fan. I think Noah could get some people around him too that can make a pretty cool thing collaboratively come to life. So I'll go with that one.
Me? I will go with NBA Youngboy. That's my favorite rapper. NBA Youngboy for the halftime show. Book it.
How do you feel about coming from a small school like Eastern Washington, representing the Big Sky on the world's biggest stage of football?
It's one of those things. It's just that it was a stepping stone. It was a one step along this path and along this journey. And so I don't think of it as like it's not like overcoming anything. It's just that was my path to continue playing football in college. And gave me an opportunity to be in front of the NFL people and go out there and make my dream a reality. And so, there's really good football players across the nation, D2, D3, all over the place. And so any opportunity to play football, I'm all in on.
With Coach Best earlier today, and he had very high words of encouragement for you. I mean, do you have a special place for him in your heart? And just like, what do you have to say to him today?
Yeah, I think that's really cool. My time with Coach Best, I mean, he was the O-line.
This is a crazy stat right here. Cooper Kupp could become the second wide receiver all time to start and win a Super Bowl with multiple teams.
And coach, when I was there, had a lot of great conversations with him, through my years. And it was just awesome in terms of seeing him coach and develop players, and has done an incredible job over there. And thank you to Coach Best.
I bet. Next clip we got. Let's see. Comment down below who y'all think this clip is about to be about for opening night. We got JSN shares importance of Sunday's game.
It's a blessing. I don't take it for granted.
Let's see what JSN has to say, y'all.
Great Hall of Fame players. Great players, don't get to be able to be up on this stage. So for me to be able to do it at 23, it's a blessing. And, I give the glory to God. And, I'm going to take full advantage of
God
this
is
moment.
good all the time.
Did you have growing up as a kid, and did you imagine that you would be here one day?
Oh, definitely. Talking to my brother today, I envisioned this, for a very, very long time. So it feels like I kind of been here before, but it's just awesome living out the dream.
I wanted to ask you about the influence your mum has had on you. You've spoken a lot about her. I was listening to an interview earlier from a few months ago. You described her as a fireball. Is she like that?
Oh yeah, ultra competitive. She's my no person. If I gotta tell somebody no, she gonna tell you no straight up. So, I love her. I know she'll do anything for me. Likewise, and it's great to have a mother lion like that in your corner.
I know you dunked on a ref, but if you had to dunk on one NFL player, who would it be?
Dunk on one NFL player?
Yo, these media people are crazy, bro. Yo, Shorty right here was trying to ask a question. He came through.
If you had to dunk on one NFL player, who would it be?
They said
dunk
forget ladies NFL first.
Player? Man, there's a lot of guys
dunk on NFL
to be up for that. To give you one, I don't know, probably CJ Stroud. I think that's I can do that.
Okay, CJ Stroud.
What does it take to be a rated rookie?
What does it take to be what?
A rated rookie.
Oh, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of hard work, and smart guys that notice your hard work. Sometimes they don't, but you just got to keep pushing, keep training, and you got to believe in yourself every single day. That's a great question. Thank you.
Truly great receiver. It's hard to be a jack of all trades like you, whether it's the route running, the hands, or the contested catches. How have you put all these things together this year to really become one of the best receivers in the NFL?
Honestly, I know that I had that in me, from the start, and that's something that I've worked on and tried to develop, since I was a young kid. So, and then how I envision myself is, being an all-around player, like you said, jack of all trades, and just getting the job done. So, that's my motivation, and that's who I want to be, and, that's where we are.
All right, good answer.
When
I like the confidence.
You put socks on your waist, emulating like flag football flags. Is that a true story?
That is a true story. I didn't have a lot of, not going to go buy $20 wristbands. So, my mom would get mad at me cutting up socks and putting on the wristbands and headbands and making sure my swag was right for that day.
Would you like to play in the LA 2028 Olympics?
I would.
Who is your ideal teammate? Like, who would you like to play with?
Yeah, I think playing with Garrett Wilson would be fun. A lot of my Ohio State Buckeyes would be cool. I think Tom Brady, him coming back, maybe that would be awesome.
Tom Brady coming back. He gonna pull a full of Rivers? I bet. Next one we got Sam Darnold. Journey with the Seattle Seahawks.
I feel like there's a theme, kind of themes probably coming up here, but just my family. I would say my family was a huge part in just, my ability
it's
to.
It's crazy. He's the third quarterback in Super Bowl after playing with 5 teams in the NFL. That's wild.
To get over things and, the resilience that I've had. And, I've always had a tight-knit, close group of friends that have kind of, when things are going well, they keep me grounded. And when things aren't going well, they lift me up. And I think it's important to have those people in your life.
And that's a fact.
Takeaway for younger fans, perhaps, in the resiliency you've shown. I mean, nobody sets out to.
Oh shit! They playing copyright music in the background.
And resilience and comebacks, but you've done that. What do you hope young fans take from your ability to bounce back and reinvent?
Yeah, I think the only thing that matters is, if you believe in yourself. That's really it. I always believed in myself. I knew that I could do this at a high level, and that was really it. That's what kept me going, and I knew at some point an opportunity would arise. But even if it didn't, I knew that I did everything that I could to become a better player year in and year out. And yeah. Thank you.
Listen, I want to tell you something. Everybody say gay for me, but not me. I'm for Sam. So I'll make you something for you. Here, catch it.
I'll catch it.
I am a ham for Sam. And also
thank you so much.
Ham for Sam? What the hell?
That. Wow. Yeah.
Bro, what the hell?
Catch it.
What the hell going on here?
This is great. No.
Where the hell you get that from?
I'll wear it later.
Just put it for 1 second. I made it for you.
Okay. Oh, you made it just for me. You did not make this.
Man, hell nah.
How about that?
Ew, it's a hat.
There you go.
It's a look.
That's great.
Look.
I love that. That's great. Thank you so much.
Can you show it to us, Sam?
Yo, what the hell is going on here, y'all?
Thank you. Ham for Sam,
okay.
Everybody. Ham for Sam. Come on.
No, you guys are good. You really don't have to do that. That's really nice. Thank you. You don't have to do that.
Yo, this man Sam Darnold is cringing in his head, bro.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yo, what in the world is that? Okay. That caught me off guard.
60 minutes from the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up dreaming of this moment. So, I grew up watching, a ton of great football players and a ton of great football teams get to this moment and make great plays. And I feel like, whenever that happened after a Super Bowl, I was always, emulating that in my backyard, my front yard with my friends. So, yeah, I always dreamed of moments like this.
Reflect on what the past few years have been, and then especially now that you're in the Super Bowl, what are those thoughts, given that you were with Minnesota, you were with us at the 49ers, now you're here going to the Super Bowl. What are those thoughts been like for you?
Yeah, it's, I take every experience as its own. No matter what happens, I was really blessed to be able to get drafted to the Jets. Obviously, things didn't work out the way that I wanted to there, and then I went to the Carolina Panthers.
It's all good, Sam. A lot of players who get drafted by the Jets that don't work out. You ain't the only one.
Where I made a lot of great friends. I learned some really good football as well, just part of my journey, and then went to San Francisco. Was able to be a backup there and for a great player in Brock Purdy. Learn under.
Yeah! Hold on. Say that one more time.
Backup there and for a great player in Brock Purdy.
A great player in Brock Purdy. I like to hear that.
Learn under a great coach in Kyle Shanahan, Brian Greasy,
W. Glaze.
And then I went to Minnesota, and again I was with some really great coaches, some really great players as well. I think everything I do, I just take it one day at a time, and I think that's kind of the mantra for myself and what I've been able to do, I guess, over the last couple of years.
I bet. What we got next? We got Scott Hanson hosts the Patriots and the Seahawks during Super Bowl opening night.
Scott Hanson with you on a night when we celebrate something that brings more in American team sports. 21 inches tall.
There go the trophy.
And unity.
Marty trophy.
We will bring out the team leader, Hunter Henry.
All right, so they're just doing the entrances, so we could just skip past this.
To go.
Are they going to talk over?
Coaches Mike and Mike.
Okay, here we go.
The third Super Bowl in history that has been Mike versus Mike.
Straight main Sam Darnold here.
Yeah, we do our research here. Coaches, one question for both of you, same question. How did you turn things around from a non-playoff year last year, a non-playoff year, 4-win year.
That is crazy, though. Both teams not making the playoffs last season to being in the Super Bowl. Woo!
Here for the New England Patriots.
I didn't even realize.
What was
I
required
just thought about it.
to get to this moment today, Coach?
Well, it took the whole organization, and it's not just me or John or our players, but the whole staff, all the 12s out there. Just I think we got aligned. We had a vision about where we wanted to go, and then we stacked days and just abided by the process, trusted each other, loved each other up, and took it day by day, and here we are.
Okay.
I think for us it started with trying to put a program in place, like Mike says, with the people other than the players, that it's the operations, it's the training staff, it's the coaches, it's the personnel. And then when the players came in April, they started to believe in it, they started to see it. We got the right players in the building at the right time. But for me, it was about making a program, creating a program that these guys wanted to be proud of and wanted to protect.
Coach Vrabel, back to you. I heard something fascinating this weekend that as the Super Bowl alternates home and away, AFC, NFC, you guys are actually the home team, which gives you the right to choose which jerseys to wear. And Coach is already laughing here. Your team leaders, I am told, chose to wear the white away jerseys. Tell me about that mentality.
Well, I've always heard that white was slimming, so we went with the white ones. We have some guys that felt like the white was a little bit more slimming. But
I wish they could have just went with throwbacks, man. Both teams throwbacks, and the Patriots and the Seahawks got good throwback jerseys. Imagine that, yo. That would have been, yo.
And we have a great leadership council. Obviously, the captains that you just saw.
White on white is good too, but nothing beats throwback.
Help us make decisions and that can reach the locker room. I go to them for a lot of things, and they said, let's roll with the whites.
The Patriots 9-0 on the road. Never been done before in NFL history, including the playoffs. And, Coach, last one for you. I'm about to talk to your quarterbacks here. You were in the quarterback market a year ago, basically at this time. Why was Sam Darnold the right man for this job to help this team get here?
Well, I think it's one of those decisions, like I just referenced, it's everybody included. So it's all of our coaches that had a prior relationship with Sam, all of our personnel folks had done all their homework. And then once you figure it out and all the data comes together, it's like, man, this is our guy. This is the leader that we need, the type of person that he is. And it's the same guy every day, competitor, ball player, and obviously an awesome skill set, and ultimately a winner. And it became pretty easy that he was going to be our quarterback.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Super Bowl head coaches and finalists for NFL Coach of the Year this season. Mike and Mike, have a great week. Have a great game on Sunday.
And I think they're going to announce the awards on Wednesday, I do recall, if I'm not mistaken. Wednesday or Thursday.
Let's turn to the quarterbacks now. The big fellas.
Watch out for my YouTube shorts on that. I don't know if I'm going to do reactions on it, but I'm definitely going to do YouTube shorts on it. So watch out for the YouTube shorts side.
The third pick in the draft 2 years ago. The third pick in the draft 8 years ago. And I say that in your bio because when you're a top 5 quarterback selection, you're expected to be playing for championships. But Drake, nobody expects a 23-year-old quarterback to get to this point. How have you been able to block out the noise, the attention, the accolades, the Tom Brady comparisons and all of that to focus on
Whoa! Tom Brady comparison. Wait, in what way? In what way? Because I know Tom Brady, he was young when he made his first Super Bowl too. So I guess they talking about it that way. Not like, actually like player on player, right? I'm guessing they talking about like how young Brady was and not how young Maye is making the Super Bowl. I'm guessing that's what he meant by comparison. Because who's comparing Jake May to Tom Brady? Hold on, bro.
Here.
That's news to me.
What my coaches and teammates think. Credit to them. Could do with my teammates. What a nation we have with Pats Nation. New England area. What a great sports city, great sports area. I feel like we have the best fans out there. And from there, just try to be myself every day and confidence in myself. And teammates help you do that. And we got great coaches, great players, and just fortunate to be here.
I know you just did your media hour, so you were asked a dozen times about the shoulder. How are you going into Super Bowl Sunday?
Shoulder. Feeling great.
100%?
Feeling great.
Feeling great.
Hold on, bro. I ain't know that either. We're on his shoulder. But you say he feel good, though.
Here we go. Sam, we turn to you. Your story has been one of the most inspirational in recent times in pro football, there are people watching right now all over the world who in their lives have been told, no thanks, we're moving in a different direction or whatever in their lives. And they might look at you, a man who's on his 5th team and yet the winningest quarterback in the NFL in terms of total wins over the last 2 years. I know the job is not done, but can you characterize the perseverance that it took and the self-confidence that it took for you to get here?
Yeah, I think it's just belief in myself. I've always had it. I've had a great support system, whether it's family, friends, and then, throughout my entire life, having great coaches and great teammates. I think that's always what it comes back to is, having great teammates to be able to throw the ball to, great teammates to trust, and great coaches that put together great game plans and do everything that we need to do to go out there and succeed as players.
Okay, you're the quarterbacks. You get the spotlight and the cameras and the interview on stage and whatnot, but there are 2 defenses that are taking the field on Sunday that can absolutely dominate the game. Can you give me 20 seconds each about facing the opponent's defense?
Yeah, an incredible defense. Just the scheme, first and foremost. It's great scheme, but the players, they make it come to life, and you see that on tape.
Whose defense y'all got that's better? Y'all got Patriots defense or Seahawks defense that's better?
I enjoy watching their defense.
I got to go with
and
the Seahawks,
it's been funny,
man.
Usually you can watch a defense every now and then, and, you might have some crossover, but there's been no crossover this year with us, playing any common opponents as the Patriots. And so it's been really fun, the past week or so, getting to dive into this defense and just how fast they are and how great of a scheme they have. It's been really fun to watch.
And Drake, this Seattle defense, number 1 in the NFL by a lot of metrics. How much is your work cut out for you on Sunday?
Yeah, they're here for a reason. They play well all year long. They're well coached. They're in the right spot. They do a lot of great things on defense, great players, and they're great at all 3 levels. So we got a really tough challenge on Sunday, and I look forward to a tough challenge.
Drake, Sam, thank you so much. Have a great week of preparation. Enjoy the Super Bowl as much as you can, and have a great game on Sunday. Coach, thank you.
I bet. Next one we got, how much more do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 more, but it's only like 2 minutes, 3 minutes long for each one. So
yeah, he's very mature.
Patriot players thought about Dre May grow in year 2.
I was with him last year. I think he made a great jump this year, just in his leadership role and things like that. He's commanding the huddle well. He's telling the offense what he needs to see. And yeah, he's doing a great job, and I'm excited for him. I'm proud of him.
When it comes down to preparation, you could definitely tell that he's preparing. It's different from, year 1 and then also, year 2. This is his full season this year, so being able to see that. And then also, man, he's taking advantage of the opportunities that he gets.
He's definitely found his voice in the locker room, and we go as he goes. Everybody knows what he can do, so as a defense, we just want to get the ball to him and watch him go out there and do what he does. And he's the ultimate competitor. He wants to learn. He comes in, asks why. And, he's done that ever since his rookie year last year, and it's definitely paid off and helped. And, we love that he's on our side.
I think he was extremely talented, and we saw all the, the special abilities last year as a rookie. But I feel like the work and obviously the offense, the scheme and the system and just the guys around him and just him being able to make plays and extend plays with his legs and move the pocket, he does so many things for us at a high level that is special, that is a lot of fun to, play with a guy like that. And just the way he works in the meeting room, in the locker room, in the weight room, off the field. He's very consistent in who he is and brings it every single day.
For Dre May to make the Super Bowl in his second year, his sophomore year, and then be a finalist for MVP, you got to give Drake May his flowers, y'all, for real. All right, next one we got. Players talk about the importance of Vrabel as head coach in New England.
Extended me in Tennessee. Obviously, I'm here in New England because of him. So as far as my career, like I said, I'm extremely grateful for everything he's done for me in my career, but then also off the field. He means a lot. Oh,
damn, I didn't even know this. This is the team most by head coach in the first season with a team. 17 wins this season, including playoffs. I didn't know that was the most in head coach first season with a team.
Vrabel's the man. He's been the same since day one when we met him. He coaches us hard. He expects a lot out of us. And as he says, he treats us the way we treat the team. I think it's been the coolest thing. He cares about us off the field. He expects a lot of us on the field, but at the same time, he's the same person each and every day, and we love him for it.
Our head coach played the game of football. I don't think I had a head coach that played the game of football. I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but how close he was to the game too, in the position that he played. He was a dog. You know, he kind of instills that if you already don't got it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our team kind of came with that chip on his shoulder. The guys that he picked to be on his team and how he built it from the ground up. He built it the right way. He made sure that he wanted guys that wanted to win and wanted to protect the team. So for me, I feel like the only difference is, you know, just the coaching for real. I've had great coaches as well. I don't want to, you know, throw rocks behind my hand. I had amazing coaches, but this guy just kind of played the game. He knows the game. He understands how to work hard and work smart. I did have a coach, D'Amico Ryans, but I got hurt. But he played the game. He knows that we're going to grind, but we're going to be smart, and he takes care of us. He takes care of us, but, you know, I'm trying to think of all the reasons that's different, but coaching at the end of the day, just buying into his process.
I bet. Next clip we got Hunter Henry on East Coast versus West Coast.
Dunkin' or Starbucks?
East Coast versus West Coast? Ooh. I'll probably say, like, gosh, I've lived on both, man. There's pluses to both, to be honest with you. You get the seasons on the East, but, you know, you just can't beat 70 degrees and sunny in February with the West.
Yeah, that's a
And
fact.
then, personally, I'm a Starbucks guy.
Hunter, Taylor Line, Buster with the boys. Two-part question for you.
Love it.
The first part is, as a man, when you say to somebody, if this happens, I'll do this, should you keep your word and do that thing, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah?
So if you guys win the Super
What type of question is that? Yeah.
Bowl, should Mike Vrabel cut his piece off?
Yo, what?
Saw that.
Whoa.
I mean, yeah, I think we're gonna have to have a discussion. I think maybe
Cut his piece
we might
off.
have to. The discussion, this discussion, I guess, is this is out there. So it is out there.
Good man, Hunter. Good luck.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know about a man of my word anymore after that, bro.
In and out or Shake Shack? Probably In and Out.
Skiing or surfing?
In and out or Shake Shack? What y'all think better? In and out or Shake Shack, y'all? Comment down below so I know y'all still watching the video. In and out or Shake Shack? What do y'all think is better? I'm gonna say, I don't know. I like In and Out. I'm gonna say In and Out.
Skiing.
Tupac or Biggie?
Probably Biggie.
Seafood or Mexican?
Mexican.
Lastly, pizza or
I didn't grow up
pasta?
listening. I wasn't even alive
That
with
is
Tupac
tough.
and Biggie, so I can't answer
I'm a big
that.
pizza guy, but I love tacos. Probably pizza.
Pizza, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, buddy.
Early days with the Chargers that you still carry home to now with the New England Patriots?
With the Chargers, man, I learned a lot, man. That was really my foundation in this league. You know, I was blessed to be thrusted into an opportunity to be in a room with Antonio Gates, a guy that I love, and I loved my time with him. I still look back on those years of how much I learned from him and just how he approached the game and how he ran different routes and how he saw things. And then I was really blessed to be with a guy in Phillip Rivers that just had a tremendous impact on my career and how I see things, how I work, and, you know, just building a connection with the quarterback in a way too. And, you know, those two guys, I think, were very influential on my career, and I have so much respect for them and so much love for them, and just so thankful for my time with them, and you know, really have helped me get to where I'm at now.
I bet. Next clip we only got two more. We got Kristen shares what makes Jaxon special.
He's
Next one is the last one that we got.
Every spot of the field. You know, he's a smooth runner, smooth route runner. Can run every route, and it's just an amazing player. I mean, I got the most.
Oh, this gonna be a good matchup. I can't wait. This gonna be a good matchup.
Studying film on him.
Can Kristen clamp his ass up? He's gonna see.
He's in the Super Bowl for a reason. Can make every throw on the field. Can scramble. Can run. No, he's a great leader. He's gonna have the offense ready to go, and it's just another challenge. You know, we're playing the other best team in the NFL, so we're excited for it, and just ready to go and go out there and have one more with the guys on Sunday.
All right, good response.
Is who this person is going to be each and every day.
How are you guys feeling mentally coming into San Jose tonight?
Yeah, I think as far as the nerves, I mean, definitely there's nerves, but I feel like that kind of comes a little more closer to Sunday, at least for me. I can only speak for my nerves. I mean, I feel like if somebody get up here and say they're nervous, I mean, I'll definitely be nervous. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's football. Been playing this game since I was 5 years old, and you know, right now just enjoying it. We've worked real hard to get where we are, and you know, just enjoying it with the guys. You know, have had a lot of fun playing with this team, and you know, everybody's excited to be here, and enjoying it, having fun, and you know, being locked in when in moments we need to be, and then you know, when it's moments like this, you know, get to just enjoy it, see everything, and go out there on be ready for Sunday.
Okay. Underdogs. How are you guys feeling about that?
I mean, we're just ready for Sunday.
With your pregame attire, you've had the Bill Russell shirt, the Orr, Brady. I was curious where that kind of started from, that tradition, and how important is it to kind of pay tribute to other Boston sports legends by doing that?
Yeah, I've been working with guy Dreamathon. That's kind of his brand, and Bruce he's kind of been in the league for a while. He's done a lot of things. He's worked with a lot of guys, but you know, we were able to connect. I mean, first I hit him up last year when I was able to get a shirt made for my friend Keith that passed away, and I wore that at every pregame last year. And then this year we linked up in the off season and was just thinking of, you know, things we could do, and we decided to go with just Boston legends, Boston sport legends, Boston, you know, artists, and we was just like, you know, we want to pay homage and tribute to the great city of Boston, and it was a lot of fun.
Drake Maye made the biggest strides from last year to this year?
I think just his leadership. He's definitely found his voice in the locker room, and you know, we go as he goes. Everybody knows what he can do, so as a defense, we just want to get the ball to him and watch him go out there and do what he does. And he's the ultimate competitor. You know, he wants to learn. He comes in, asks why. And I mean, he's done that ever since his rookie year last year, and it's definitely paid off and helped. And you know, we love that he's on our side.
Okay, bet. All right, last clip we got. Drake Maye. He shares who his hero is and explains the viral nickname.
Drake Maye, people consider you to be their hero, but who's your hero?
Bro, over here shouting and shit.
My hero. I think my hero would be probably my older brothers. I think my heroes, just living up, you know, growing up with them, having somebody, you know, that's that close to me, you know, kind of live their own lives, and me to just learn from them and be the youngest brother and have the opportunity to kind of have something to chase. You know, I was chasing my older brothers. They all had a passion. Was just trying to find a passion for myself that I could kind of, you know, follow them, and it happened to be football, and now I'm here.
Thanks, Drake.
You were Super Bowl 50 as a kid, as a fan. 10 years later, you're playing in the Super Bowl, same stadium, potentially the youngest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. What's going through your mind as you get ready to walk?
Oh, rank these. What is that? Cinnamon, chow.
Onto that.
It's a full circle moment. I think that's the biggest thing. You know, what a moment. Just so thankful for my dad who was able to take me to a Super Bowl. That's, you know, don't take it for granted. You know, not every kid gets to experience that. And I was watching my favorite team at the time and got a chance to watch, you know, Peyton Manning's last game. You know, what a cool experience that was. And now to be here and playing in, you know, one myself, you know, I don't take it for granted and know, you know, how special this is, and just trying to enjoy it. You know, enjoy it with my teammates, enjoy it with everybody who, you know, helped get me here, and from there, go try to win it. I think that's one of the best parts about it. You know, you can't really explain it. I think that's what makes it cool.
The consistency that you've developed in your game at such an early stage of your career, where does that come from?
I think my teammates, just having, you know, learning them, getting to, you know, go to work with them each and every day, and that's the thing. I think, you know, knowing what your teammates are going to do, and knowing that, you know, what they expect from me. Just having an open relationship with, hey, I want you to do this on this play, or hey, I think I can maybe get more out of you here, and I think it comes with coaching. You know, coaching, I, you know, give a lot of credit to, you know, Coach Vrabel and Coach Macdonald and Ashton in the quarterback room, just how they've handled me and approached the game.
You chose to focus on for year number 2? Like, after you had a year of experience, what were your focuses on year number 2?
I think after a year under my belt, just of playing quarterback in this league, you know, how how special that is, but also how much responsibility comes with that, on and off the field. But really, I think, worried about what people in that locker room think, and knowing that that's what matters most, and knowing that, anything else outside is nothing I need to worry about. So that's the biggest thing for me. And from there, just to try to give our guys some chances to make plays. When I give them the football, and they've done just that and made me look good.
You and your wife have a beautiful relationship. If you have one message to your wife, what would that be?
Just keep being you. You're the better half of me, and I love you, and just keep being you. And it's such a special moment for me to be able to follow your journey, and just keep going. And I know that you do it for something bigger than yourself, and that's what makes you special.
All right.
She makes something special every day, and I think that's the best part about it. She made some up. It's just the normal O-line gifts. She bakes some good. So other than that, I think she's looking forward to getting out here.
All right, so that's it for Super Bowl opening night. Y'all comment down below how y'all felt about this. I know this is like a longer video, 40 minutes, but hey, we got to get the content going, man. It's Super Bowl week, but hopefully y'all enjoy the reaction. Like the video if y'all haven't already, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.